right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. You know what you need?
Shoot, there's a lot of things I need.
I know that.
Actually, no, there's not a lot of things I need. There's some things that I want,
right?
but most of my needs, I think, pretty much taken care of. But
I know what you
Go
need.
ahead.
You need to get yourself a wife. And I'll tell you why.
I swear to God, it feels like a cult, but okay, try and drag me in.
Here's what you do. You can have a daily, like today started off here.
Mm-hmm.
You get to a point in your relationship where there's a thing called the marriage Olympics. And it's where you try to outdo each other on different things. There's the garbage cram down where you see how far the garbage will get full before somebody takes it out. There's who can hog the couch the best.
Right.
All these different things between a man and a woman or whoever. You know, we're not here to judge. But there's these different nuanced things that you go through as you're spending eternity together. Today, a certain Mrs. O thought she was going to one up me because she came in and stuck her ice cold, freezing hands on me.
Ooh.
I mean, freezing.
Ooh.
And she says, "You're the one that likes the windows open because it's so nice at night." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you're right." And I said, "Get those frozen cold booger hooks off me. I don't want you touching me with those." And so that was that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe she's got a win today. But then she went out and started sweeping off the porch out front. Okay. And I thought, oh, here's my moment. So I waited and I kind of watched through the window a little bit. I waited until she wasn't looking.
That's not creepy at all.
No, I know, right? And I opened up the door and I go, "What are you doing out there?" And I walked away. I said, "Yep, point, set, match. Thank you. I win."
Oh, man.
So that's how things started off here today.
Good for you.
After I laid in bed till almost 8 o'clock because it was the perfect warm in bed and cold in the room. You know when that is?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Yes. That's an underrated combo, especially this time of year.
Yeah. And you only get that for so much time in Michigan. You know, you go from you go in Michigan from when your garage pop is perfectly cold.
Mm-hmm.
Just to where it's maybe you've got a little ice in it because it's in the garage in the winter.
Right.
Love that. And then you get to the point where you get maybe a week where the windows can be open.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything's a furnace. So you got to take the little victories when you can get them. That's what I'm saying.
This time of year, I was having this conversation over the weekend about this from basically Memorial Day until just after Labor Day, maybe mid to late September. Doesn't feel it doesn't feel real. It feels fake because it's too nice.
No, it feels
we're
real.
Not
it's
used to the night. It's really not.
It does.
It really isn't hotter than hell. You're living in kind of a fantasy existence between Memorial Day and late September, with just it being, you can go out without a jacket on. You're mostly just comfortable. You're on a boat. Your kids are tubing, or you're just chilling out on a beach. That's what a lot of us like to spend a lot of our leisure time doing in the summertime. Some like to camp, which I don't get because it's dirty and gross. And, we have indoors for, the whole outdoor bathroom stuff is just gross to me. But, it's just this whole 4-month stretch isn't what we feel is real. It's like the fall and the winter is real. You really feel that. And the spring's kind of like, okay, it's still weather. It's like 52 and rainy.
Right.
We're dealing with elements. In the summertime, for the most time, great. You get the occasional 93,
too much,
98 degrees. Not
too much.
That, not really that much.
See, even when you push into the 80s, you're as a well insulated man, it gets a little uncomfy.
Right.
I prefer maybe down into the 50s at night, zero humidity, pushing 72 throughout the day. Nice little breeze, but that's not what we get anymore, right? We just get this sweltering heat. I have to
I,
literally run from an air conditioned house to an air conditioned car to an air
you
conditioned
know,
wherever I'm going. That's just the way things should be, right? But it gets too hot, and that's all. You know, it's just too
I,
much.
I,
It's too
I
much.
just don't. 80 degrees to me is nice. I don't mind the uber hot because I'll
Yeah,
go
but
to the beach and I
here's
can
the
jump in
difference
the
between you
lake.
and me. At 80 degrees, you go out into the sun and glisten, and
Mhm.
then the women drive by and they go, "Ooh, look at Dave, all sweaty and good looking." And with me, it's just
Uh,
like this. They don't do that, you know. It's more like, "Ew, get away."
Oh,
So
come on now, stop.
seriously, they didn't know. So I get
It's
where you're coming from, Mister Vanity,
uh,
Mister.
dude,
I'm gonna go out and be buff. Ooh, look at me! I'm gonna run around the track at the high school. I see where you're
I'm
coming from,
just
and it's okay. It's you're good with that, man.
yeah. I know I'm fighting a losing battle. I'm just trying to stay in the game, man. Feel
Dude,
as
you're
good as
winning.
I can for as
You
long
are
as
a
I can.
winner. I'm gonna come. In fact, you know what? When we get done today, I'm getting in the car. I'm driving down to Bum Tussle, and I'm gonna put a sticker on your fridge that says "winner."
This is what I don't get. You and I grew up like you're. I love air conditioning.
Oh, I
I
love air
love
conditioning.
it. We grew up in an era where nobody had it
Right.
except for the Uber. Like I had my friend Tad. His family had they had this old house in the middle of this like 100 plus year old house,
Really?
and they had like these air conditioning units in
In
a
the
couple of
windows.
different rooms, and that was window
Oh,
units,
nice.
and they were doing they were doing better than
I
we
had one
like.
of
It's
those.
like, oh, you got an air conditioning window unit and cable TV.
Oh my
Holy balls,
God.
I'm hanging out here,
That's
and
it.
that's what I did for like multiple summers. You would just kind of chill out, uh, those were few and far between.
Right.
People who had air conditioning, and it wasn't even a sign of it was just it wasn't a normal thing. Now everybody's got central air. You
Gotta
don't
have it.
have
Yeah.
homes built now without central air.
You're
So
right.
it's just we've gotten so accustomed to it. Any little bit of heat, and I'm the same way. It's like, oh God, turn on the air conditioning.
I know.
But you just get like back then we were just used to sweating, and it was
See,
okay. We got our bodies adjust. Now we adjust to like goes back to us all kind of getting a little soft. Like we can't take it now.
no, that's not it at all.
Oh, it's
No,
100%
it's
it.
not it.
Yes.
See,
Don't
for
tell me
me,
we're not softer.
it's lineage.
Stop.
For me, it's heritage.
It,
Two
no, it's not because
generations ago, 2 generations ago, my people were living in earthen mud huts in Ireland.
yes, and they
And
dealt with it.
no, well, they didn't. They were suffering.
Yeah, they built out of
I
it.
am here
They
to
grew
champion
out.
their
Yeah.
cause and say, look, we no longer suffer.
Right. Which, but suffering makes you hard. Success makes you soft. It
Mm,
just does. That's just
okay.
I mean, so yeah, we are. So you can't not say we're not softer. And it has
Okay.
some positives and it has some definite negatives. So we
Well,
kind of have to go
I'm going to
out of
go
our
ahead and
way to make
disagree
things difficult.
because I'm hardened.
Yes. The edges. Yeah, yeah. You're just yeah.
Right.
You dealt with hard. You've dealt with hard. I know you've dealt with hard. You're still dealing with certain hard, but for the most part, we're all softer.
Figured out what a dukkha is yet?
I still have not. I forgot to look
I
that
want to
up.
look that up
Okay,
or get another
that's
one.
is that spelled Duka or Ducka?
Dukkaa. Dukkha.
Dukah.
Dukha.
Okay, you did Dukha.
Yeah.
Dukkha. Okay,
You could
I'll
use a
look that up
dukkha.
later. Okay,
All right.
I could use that. That's what you're saying. I could
That's
use.
what you could use.
All right.
You'll be effervescent.
Let's do this thing. North Korea is sending shit to their southern neighbors, literally. Around 200 air balloons carrying bags of manure and trash were spotted floating into South Korea on Wednesday. The incident reportedly stems from the South sending propaganda leaflets into North Korea. Evidently, this has gone on before. Like the first time I think was back in 2016, where it was just kind of one of it's like these battles between the North and the South. Because people in the South, like the difference between those two countries. It's like North Korea is basically a prison within itself. It's
Right.
just in all of the or a good majority of the residents have Stockholm syndrome. They believe in their dear leader. Oh, what, you only eat now? Just eat. We've got a food shortage. Just eat 2 meals a day. There you go. It's crazy. It's nuts. Again, I if you want to learn more about North Korea, if you're curious at all, look up on YouTube Michael Malice TED Talk North Korea. It's really, really eye-opening and interesting. It's not that long. It's like maybe 10, 12 minutes.
Okay.
But you'll get kind of an eye like, whoa, these people, what are they? What's it like? It's pretty crazy.
I get it.
What else is going on? Crows can count. Not the counting crows, not the band. Actual crows can count, just not very high. This, according to the latest research. The ubiquitous urban birds can vocally count up to 4.
Wow.
Crows can also match the number of calls they make when shown a numerical. If you show them a number, they can count. It's crazy. The studies suggest crows can learn to associate numbers with values. I don't know what any of this means. I've always known crows were smart, but it's like you can't. I don't. Like they can be trained to do stuff. Like a lot of like chimps also can count. Chimps are obviously we're not that far removed, but this is another one of those things. I don't know what to do with this information.
Gives you something to talk about around the water cooler.
There you go.
That's it. And I will tell you this: if you want something else to talk about around the water cooler, Counting Crows, the Counting Crows, one of the biggest dinks I ever met. The singer.
Really?
Oh, total douche. Absolute dink.
What
arrogant?
What was
dismissive? Really needed a lesson in how to treat people.
Okay.
I just walked away from that going, what a complete turd.
How long was your interaction? Do you have an interview with the guy?
No, not really. Just enough of a meet and greet where he just showed his true colors, and it's like, okay, you're a jackass.
That's shocking. A rock star exhibiting
less
than
at their stage of the game at that point, and with his. I mean, they only had the one hit out at that point, and it's like, dude, you better.
What was the big hit then?
They hadn't had the parking lot song yet. They hadn't had. What was the first one that they had?
Was it Long December?
Oh, God, that was an awful.
I like that. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I love that song. It's a really, it's cool. It's soulful.
It's not. It's a whiny.
Okay, see, I think this is being colored. You got this reason to.
Shut up.
I love his voice.
Oh,
I love that dude's voice.
He's just a.
He might be. See, I think it's colored by the fact that you got to know him, so it colors your perception of his music. Because, so that's coloring how you see the music. I'll separate. Who were the two of the bigger douchebags, and they had 2 really good songs, British guys. You know who I'm talking about. The brothers, Gallagher
Oasis.
brothers, Oasis.
Yeah.
Love. They had like 2, 3 really, really awesome songs. And I love those songs. But both those guys are known douchebags. So, but that doesn't take away from the fact, these are 3, Champagne Supernova is pretty cool.
Good song.
There you go. It's no Long December. Don't get me wrong. It's not on the level of Long December. But I don't want to get into it.
December.
Mr. Jones and me.
Ugh. Trash.
It's what's it? Musical mumbling at times. I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Finally, you will see self-driving cars along a stretch of I-94 in Wayne County soon. MDOT in association with, I believe the company is called Canoe or Canove, or whatever the hell my chicken scratch writings say.
Yep.
Anyway, they're a private company. They completed construction on a pilot project for connected and automated vehicle technology. The high-tech express lane is a 3-mile stretch between Belleville and Rawsonville roads. The lane will be open to all vehicles except semis. So
Oh,
you
boy.
will see they're hoping eventually this leads to a stretch of, self-driving cars that'll run between Ann Arbor and Detroit, which is a pretty good sized stretch. And then you'll go from there, and then 20, 30 years down the road, nobody will be driving anything.
Oh, boy.
We'll all just be passengers. So,
There you go.
got that to look forward to. Sports. Tigers split a doubleheader with Pittsburgh, winning 8-0, and then getting stomped on 10-2. Cubs lose. They fall to Milwaukee 10-6. That's sports.
In the TV kitchen for 400. You ready for this?
Yep. TV kitchen.
All right. Though this MasterChef judge was brought up in Stafford upon Avon, his language isn't exactly Shakespearean.
I think you mean Stratford upon Avon, not
Whatever.
up in Avon.
Up in Avon.
No, I guess
Oh,
it's
get all big time on me.
Stratford upon Avon.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dave.
Oh, geez. I don't watch a lot of these cooking shows. I can picture this guy. Okay, what are you doing? Oh, I can't. I have no attention span. Don't start.
I have
thinking.
to be all big time with my English pronunciation.
I'm sorry. I correct you on a pronunciation of a phrase.
Yeah.
Stratford upon Avon, or upon Avon, as us English speaking citizens down.
That's you.
What is it? It's not Boyardee. It's not Mel. He wasn't really much of a chef. He just ran
Wow.
that diner.
I can't believe you're going to eat it this hard on this question. You are really going down the wrong lane.
I know what the guy looks like, and I can't.
What's he look like?
Blanking on his name. He's got like the gray, whitish, blonde hair. He's always angry and yelling at people, and I can't remember his name.
His name is Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay. There you go.
Well,
Forgot his name.
6,800.
Sorry, Gordo. I just had a salami sandwich and some Tostitos earlier, so my palate isn't of the Gordon Ramsay ilk.
My snobbish friend who has to pronounce Avon.
I'm sorry. I expected better English from.
Well, I guess you did. Didn't
from
you?
the Twin Lakes resident.
Yeah. I guess we're going to have to
the upper crust of the Lake Shore.
We're going to have to bid you farewell for the day and send you along on your way with maybe another Duca. Good luck on that.
I will look that up post haste.
Go look that up.
See ya.
Happy Thursday, Muskegon. The next few days will be fairly mild before we have a slight chance to see some rain showers this weekend. So let's take a look at your forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health. Today and tomorrow will be clear and very warm, but we do have a chance for some rain on Saturday, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But we are looking at some warmer temperatures and possibly some more stormy weather next week. Here on our future radar, we can see that Saturday around 2 p.m. or sometime in the evening, we can expect some light rain scattered across the county, and that will continue for a couple hours through the evening as of right now. But today we will remain dry. We'll have partly cloudy skies with a high around 68 degrees with just some very light winds out of the west around 5 to 7 miles per hour, a lot less breezy than it has been the past couple of days. Tonight will cool down to about 47 degrees and we shouldn't see any clouds, and we'll have very calm winds coming from the northwest around 2 to 5 miles per hour. And across the county, our highs are pretty similar in the upper 60s for most of the towns, but of course as we get closer to the lake, we are in the lower 60s, and along the lakeshore we are very chilly with those winds coming off of the lake around the mid to low 50s. We do see a warming trend as we move into the weekend, finally back into those 70 degrees. Friday will be around 73, Saturday around 75, but we do have a 30% chance to see some rain in the afternoon and possibly overnight. Sunday will clear back up and will warm up even more, around 77 degrees for our high, but then as we move into Monday, we have a 30% chance of some thunderstorms, which changes into a 50% chance Monday night. and we'll have a high around 79, so we will be very warm, but that gives us a better chance to see some thunderstorms during the day. Tuesday will clear back up and we'll have a high right around 80 degrees, and Wednesday will stay clear as well, and we'll still have highs well into the 70s. That is all for your Thursday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health for the Muskegon Channel. I'm Tegan Schultz, and I hope you have a great day.